Hey, right now at this booth at the beautiful FanFest, the doctor is in. It is Dr. Vincent Key, and I'm going to read everything it says here. You are Sports Medicine and Performance Center and Medical Director, Head Team Physician for the Kansas City Royals.
I'm all that.
You're all of that and more.
All that and more.
And more.
And more.
Let's talk a little bit. You do take care of the Royals. First of all, what does that involve, taking care of the Royals? And also, people should know you'll take care of them, too. They don't have to be on a team. You'll take care of them.
Oh, absolutely. I take care of everybody. I take care of everybody. So in terms of taking care of the Royals, what does that entail? Everyone always thinks, oh, you take care of the Royals. Oh, you take care of the Major League guys. Yes, but I take care of the entire organization, meaning I have basically about 10 teams that I'm responsible for. In fact, this morning I just got back at 1 a.m. from the Dominican Republic, where I was at for the past 3 days doing physicals down there at our academy down there. So we have our players down there. Some of our players will be in spring training. Some of them will stay down in the Dominican. We have 2 teams in the Dominican. So yeah, I mean,
there's no off season for you.
No, not at all. I mean, it's just a continuation of everything, which is fine. It slows down a little bit, but for the most part, no, it never ends. So,
and even for those of us who aren't like world-class athletes by any stretch, you're available to help us too.
I take care of everybody. I take care of patients from about 8 years old all the way up to 90 years old. Okay, so I'm just not the doctor for the Royals. Yes, that's what I do. I love what I do. Our organization has been great. The Glasses, Dayton Moore, Ned, all the way down. My training staff is the best in baseball. Yes, but I take care of the little kids. I like taking care of knees, shoulders, elbows, ankles, all of that. So,
you know, speaking of little kids, this is, as we speak, it's really cold outside, but it's not going to be too long and kids are going to start playing baseball again.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be playing on their organized teams. They're going to get out there. What should they be doing now so they don't get injured right off the bat?
Well, here's the thing. It is January 25th. Honestly, I saw about 4 kids, baseball kids today in my office. I told them they actually should have been starting in December. Okay, and this is why, is because during the off season, especially for my pitchers, I really concentrate on a lot of my pitchers, but in youth baseball, your pitchers are also your catchers and your third baseman and your center fielders. So it's really getting them ready, their soft tissue ready. How long does it take soft tissue to get ready to be able to compete? Usually about 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh,
wow. So you have to work backwards. So from the time of your tryout, you have to work backwards, I say 8 weeks. That's when you should have been starting to get ready, because you need to stretch. Everyone thinks strength. Yes, you need to get strong, but it's almost more important that you have your flexibility, because the flexibility or the inflexibility can cause more discomfort in shoulder and elbows than the strength part.
You know, it's funny. I know that you're a real advocate. We're at a baseball crazy place right now, but you are an advocate for playing more than one sport, being out there and doing more than one thing.
Absolutely, and that's the thing, is that there's a study that just came out talking about baseball players who play more than 8 months out of the year have a 5-time higher risk of injury than those who do not. So I'm a huge advocate of playing multiple sports. I have that in my house. I have two sons, one playing college football at Northwest Missouri State, one playing at K-State. I have my other son who is in high school. He's a sophomore at Miege, and he's my baseball kid, but he also runs track and he also plays football. And then I have my daughter who cheerleads and plays volleyball and runs track. But it's always good to cross-train. Cross-train is good. More is not better. Smarter is better. And being able to rest different muscle groups at different times during the year significantly lessens your risk of injury.
2 last questions for you. For the weekend warrior who goes out there and runs and does things on the weekend, or wants to start doing things Monday through Friday to get fit again in the spring and summer, what kind of advice do you give them? Is it similar, like stretch and focus on
Absolutely. It's preparing your body to do the activity. We don't think about that. We don't think about it up here, but it happens in our bodies, okay? And so you have to prepare, whether it be football, whether it be basketball, whether it be running, because I ran track at Kansas State. I didn't even listen to my own body when I was there, and I ended up with a stress fracture in my tibia because I tried to ramp up too much, too fast, too quick. Your bone and your soft tissue does not like that as we age. And like I tell my patients, we all turn into beef jerky at some point. okay? But you have to be able to get that soft tissue stretched out, and you have to get that bone ready to be able to do the activity.
I'm going to use that. I'm going to say, no, dear, I'm just beef jerky now.
Beef jerky.
That's okay. One last question. You're around the players year-round, as we just said. There's no off-season. You get a sense, and I'm not asking you to make a prediction, but you get a sense of what the season will be like based on what you're seeing?
We were down to Dominican actually talking about this at dinner, and I told one of my trainers, I was like, look, we are not losing 104 games. It's just not happening, okay? I said, that's not happening. Last year was a fluke. We had a lot of fluke injuries last year. You start out with Salvi, and then you move on down. We had Sully Matias, who was leading the minors in home runs until he cut a tendon in his hand. I mean, we had those freak type of injuries. Hopefully, we're saying that's a one-off. And so, obviously my job with Nick Kinney and Kyle Turner, Jeff Blum, Chris DeLucia, our jobs are to keep the guys healthy. And like I said, like I tell my players, our job is to maximize their talent. So I think at times as we go, they go, okay? But I really think we're going to have a solid season. What that brings, who knows? Could it bring a playoff? Hey, if we get on a run, we can make it work. Who knew that we were going to go to the series in 14?
That's right.
Okay, no one knew.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is that, hey, you get out there, you play ball, you let the pitching do their thing, you let the guys in the outfield and in the infield do their thing. The one thing I do know, we're the fastest team in baseball. And as a track guy, I can tell you, I got guys who can run a 4x1, 4x100 relay. We would smoke everyone in baseball. That I do know. That I do know.
This is so good. Doctor, thanks for taking time.
Oh, no, it's great.
And make sure, you can have this same kind of passion and enthusiasm and care just by showing up at the University of Kansas Health System. It's great to have you here. I know just as we're talking, you're about to go talk to kids.
Oh, I love talking to kids. This is the funnest part of FanFest for me is talking to the little kiddos. So.
Excellent.
All right.
Sir.
All right. Take care of yourself.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right. Thanks, Joel.
I'm beef jerky.
All right. There you go.